Hey, it's 2020 all over again in Portland, Oregon. Machete-wielding Trantifa member base plants, poof, while trying to escape at Portland riot, faces felony federal charges. 𝗧𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗦𝗧𝗔𝗠𝗍𝗬, also known as Chris, brandished a machete at federal agents after allegedly trying to light the building on fire. No wonder Tom Homan, director of ICE, is going to take a little visit, going to take a little walk through Portland and see what's going on. This kind of stuff is going on. Let's see what this looks like. Here we go.
Damn, bitch! Side, they're coming! Damn, bitch! You're overweight as fuck! What you gonna tase it for? What the fuck you gonna tase it for? Oh my god! Are you fucking serious? Oh my god!
Well, he had a big old knife. That's why they tased him.
What the fuck?
Well, you got a knife this big and you're brandishing that towards federal officers. They're not going to act like Portland police and go, it's okay, because they've been mandated by leadership to do that. The feds are going to go, nah, we're going to take you down. And they did. Good. F around and find out.
This person is unconscious. This person is unconscious. Holy fuck. That person is unconscious. This person is fucking knocked out. What the fuck did you do to them?
This should not be happening, period. This should not allowed to be happening. Leadership in these cities is just head up ass. This is terrible. Can't allow these knuckleheads to run around and do this. I mean, just period. You just can't. You got to drop the hammer on these losers, and that's what they are. Antifa and Trantifa, just a bunch of losers. That's what they are. They're losers. They're rejects of society. They run around with their fake swords and real knives and then wonder, I don't understand why I got tased and hauled off, and now I'm in federal custody. Well, you broke the law, you knucklehead. I mean, what a numbnut.
What the fuck did you do to them?
Bunch of kids playing adults.
Don't you?
So bad.
No, wait, this is... Why are you aiming our head? You fucking monsters! You fucking monsters!
Parents must be proud, right? There you go. So that is the incident that happened. Let's read the story. This is from Andy Note. Andy is probably the most prominent author, reporter on the whole Antifa movement, and he's been physically accosted for it, and I trust his opinion. 𝗧𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗦𝗧𝗔𝗠𝗍𝗬, real name, Christopher M. Hudson, brandished a machete at federal agents after allegedly trying to light the building on fire. I mean, what do you expect? Updated June 26. The federal criminal complaint has been unsealed against the suspect. The details are incorporated into the article. It's where the individual was face planted on the ground during the attempted escape. June 24th, 25. Portland Trantifa militant. So we've got, if you haven't been following this podcast, we've got a new variant of Antifa, and it's trans individuals who are now members of Antifa. So basically a bunch of large men pretending to be women. That's what they are. We've got Chris here, who is a woman pretending to be, or is a man pretending to be a woman. And I just don't really I'm not going to go along with their nonsense, which is, I'm a man. No, I'm a woman. I don't really care what you are. I'm going to call you what you look like. Militant confronted federal agents outside an ICE facility with a machete before being tased and face planting to the ground while attempting an escape. 𝗧𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗦𝗧𝗔𝗠𝗍 was held in the county jail on a federal court pending charges. His name was unsealed on June 26. Court documents provide context to Winter's alleged violent criminal actions before his arrest. Here we go. All right, here's what we're looking. This is what we're looking like. I mean, Approximately 11:15 p.m., federal officers observed an individual attempting to light an incendiary device next to the guard shack of the ICE building. The individual is later identified as Julie Winters, also known as Chris, real name. Chris backed away from the guard shack towards the trolley shack. Federal officers engaged Chris for attempting to light the incendiary device. As Chris reached the street, he reached into his backpack and pulled out a large knife approximately 1 foot in length with a carved blade. So these are all the small little tiny details that Antifa tends to leave out when they go to the public and say, we've been attacked. This is awful. This is horrific. Because you tried to light the federal building, the ICE building, on fire, and you had a big old weapon on you, and you brandished it like this towards federal authorities. Come to find out, it's weird. They don't appreciate that as much. And they don't respond like local law enforcement, which is why you are emboldened to do this kind of ridiculousness and F around and find out. The affidavit says that Winters threw the blade toward an officer's head, but he was able to dodge it narrowly. Threw a knife at a federal officer. Video shown above captured Winters hurling something at an officer. Other videos captured after Winters' arrest show federal agents returning to the area, which is directly adjacent to an elementary school. Antifa is rocking an elementary school. Oh, that's just so great. You know what I mean? They don't give a rip about anything except their little cause, which is just violence and, saying mean things about people. That's what Antifa does, violence. And they justify violence from the standpoint of, this is how we accomplish things. Well, what are you accomplishing here? Is ICE going to back down from deporting criminal illegals? I don't think so. That's not really the direction we're heading here. The affidavit says officers were able to find the machete, got a bunch of pictures of what that looked like. Additionally, Chris allegedly attempted to reach for a second knife after he was tased. Winters was only 5 to 10 feet away from the officer when he threw the knife at the officer. He began to run away. An officer deployed a taser. Winters was immobilized. Winters continued to resist and was reaching towards his waist while officers were attempting to place him in custody. One officer saw Winters grab another knife, and the officer kicked the knife away from Winters. Officer described the additional knife as a kitchen butcher knife. Does a federal judge handle cases where Antifa has messed with the feds? Who oversees those? If somebody gives charges to Antifa and it's a federal member, wonder how that works. I don't really know. The incident occurred as Antifa continues over 3 weeks of nightly attacks in the local ICE facility. Dozens of militants have been arrested during that time frame. 11 so far are facing federal charges for crimes that include assault to disobeying lawful orders. Now, here is a good look at what we're talking about. Let's see if I can get this blown up. Yeah, there we go. All right. Yeah, here's a foot. That's a damn big knife. Foot-long blade. This one, that's a foot-long blade. Is that the same knife? One's curved. One looks more curved than the other. One is more curved than the other. Yeah. So, I'm no chef. Those are straight kitchen knives, aren't they? These people. Okay. Now, maybe that is one knife. The curvature of the spine of the knife looks different in one of the angles. Anyway, let's go to this one here. Yeah, let's see if I can get this one. Is this like a carving knife? Is that seriously? Now, the media is saying machete. Is that a carving knife? Again, I am not no chef, but I do have a knife block at home with a bunch of knives in there, Great. But, these stories, you get into them and you're like, what the F is going on here? Hey, let's try and light the federal building on fire, and then afterwards, shall we carve a turkey? Or is this maybe a bread knife? I don't know. Let's have a large loaf of bread, and we'll just break bread together, and Antifa, and the feds will all just have a big old party. So crazy, right? This should not be happening. This literally should not be happening. The police should be allowed to go out and arrest these dumbasses and throw them in their jail, have them prosecuted. But everybody in Portland loves Antifa. Antifa falsely claimed Winters was an innocent person who was beaten unconscious. None have admitted he was brandishing a deadly weapon, which was caught on video. FBI special agent who wrote the complaint attempted to interview Winters when he was in custody. Winters says that he did nothing wrong and declined to comment further. I mean, that's what I'd go with too. Just deny everything. The agent recommended Winters be charged with felony attempted assault of a federal officer, enhanced through the use of a deadly weapon. Yeah, 100%. Let's go with that. All right, here's he, she, they, them, whatever. Oh, good Lord. She is a big dude. That's 250 pounds. Remember the beginning of the video, what that girl said? You're fat. You're fat. Well, big bodies, right? Typically, these people they're so big. They're rejects, right? I mean, 250 pounds of all woman coming at you with a knife or throwing a knife at you. Violence is not new to Winters. The 250-pound man has a separate open felony assault on an officer case stemming from a violent incident December of 2024, just a few months ago. His face photo, shown at the top of this article, is from that time. Oregon allows one identification document to be based on self-identification, so he is currently booked in the jail as a female, but I believe he is in the male section. Winters' social media is filled with far-left political posts expressing hatred of law enforcement, big shocker there, and Trump supporters, another big shocker. During the deadly 2020 BLM Antifa riots in Portland, he also posted radical anti-police commentary. That sounds about right. He was released from state custody on June 26, but is now being held in federal custody. Well, I hope he has a great old time. Another just absolute loser. And I hope he gets what's coming to him, because he is just that, an absolute loser. Let's watch this woman just one more time. One more time. We're going to watch our hero, your hero, my hero, just rail on Antifa.
Turn that shit down! It's midnight! I will turn it down. I would love to. You just have to ask nice and that being nice even though you're screaming it. Fuck you! Every night I'm trying to wrecking your shit! Turn it down! We the people need sleep! Well, why would I stand judge?
Talking to us calmly would be a hell of a lot better
Go fuck yourself!
Go fuck yourself!
Hello, like your fucking ass, bitch!
Go fuck yourself, bro. I'll give a fuck. Stick that cane up your ass.
I wouldn't mess with her. I'm just saying. No.
None of that is when the first thought. Down! Don't turn it out!
Look at all the lasers being pointed on the ground.
You're gonna shut the fuck up! Hey, I'm sleeping! Yeah! Hey guys, let's let who the fuck do you are? Let's let another neighbor talk.
This is what you're working with. So it's so bad that this is going on. This is literally what you've got. So this marks day 21. Last night at the occupation, I put a records request in. This is Katie Davis Court with the Portland Police to find out how many noise disturbances have been made since the occupation began. So this is in Portland. This is not in downtown. This is the ICE building, which is a little bit south and east of the downtown kind of core where they've typically done all of their fine work. Immediately after the resident complained, Antifa increased their noise disturbance. The group has created a makeshift 𝗨𝗏𝗏𝗏 system. That's a really loud machine that police use to basically turn people away, blasting it at the ICE office around 1 a.m. And there's residential buildings all around this building. And that's why that woman was so upset. No, none of this noise is coming from ICE DHS. Let's just take a quick peek at this video. And here you go. Imagine that, 1 a.m. Insanity. Take these effers out. Take these jokers. Look, another shield with tape. Oh, I've got tape on my thing. I made up my own shield. Look at all the graffiti. This is happening every single night in Portland, Oregon.
Why are you afraid?
Put them all in jail. Put them all in jail. Look at this guy. He's fake shooting with his skateboard. Look, they're fake shooting with their skateboards. They've got skateboards. They're riding skateboards. They're a bunch of little punks who are confused about their sexuality. Am I a man? Am I a woman? I'm 250 pounds of just... It's insanity that this is going on. Okay, so what have we learned from this little episode with Antifa, Trantifa, and whatever? Nothing, because nothing ever comes from this. So a bunch of their members get arrested, and then they get arrested by the feds because the feds are starting to drop the hammer. And I think you're going to see a little bit of a turnaround. You're going to see the feds start to really come down on some of these folks. Violence, filth, noise. The Portland mayor, council, and police have allowed these cretins free run of what was once a small city with a funky fairy tale aura. Resident and her neighbors want Trump to send in the National Guard and anybody else he thinks is necessary. Love to see it. Love to see it. That would just be epic. So the woman who was yelling at the Trantifa members, when I called 911 last night, the operator said other residents had also reported this terrorism. I ask you and your readers to please apply whatever pressure you can. We need the National Guard here at the Portland Ice Center. We, the people, need help. This is a resident reaching out and saying, hey, how are you going to help us out? What are you going to do? What are you going to do to help us? They shouldn't have to deal with this kind of nonsense. There should be a breach of the peace after 10 o'clock and everybody gets arrested and taken away. But the Portland Police Department is walking that fine line of trying to play politics and keep the constituents happy, which means they're not going to arrest Trantifa or Antifa, even if they're out in the middle of the night upsetting residents, because that is freedom of speech. It's not. It is literally domestic terrorism. Oh, here's another one. Let's watch one more. I mean, we got time for one more, right? This is where a resident in this area opened up their apartment to Trantifa and Antifa to basically be a crash pad. Here we go. So the feds are going in.
Hey, man. Did you get a video of them getting ring without a warrant?
Something.
Fucking legs.
I don't go fucking this. You're
Fucking
fucking your warrant and this ain't the fucking private property. Oh, motherfucker.
Did they come inside?
Yeah, they went inside without a warrant.
Look at the lasers.
Fucking think they're all big and bad and shit. Back up. You fucking lame. You have fucking room. Shut the fuck up.
Skateboard.
You guys are fucking bad. You guys are big and bad or what? You guys ain't shit. Fuck piece of shit. Fucking damn cowards.
Every night in Portland. Every single night. No, that's not true. You had a big old knife. Your chick had a big old knife. Man, whatever.
Weapons, fucking dumbasses.
Oh, look for Travis Decker. He's a fucking bitch.
Do your fucking job.
Do your fucking job.
Oh, they are. They are. And that's the problem. Antifa doesn't like it.
Man, we'll find the real people you guys need to find.
Where's Travis Decker? Why am I sleeping?
You know, parent look great.
Where's Travis Decker? It's the guy that killed his three kids, I think. Terrible.
Police are hardworking people. They're not criminals.
Mm-hmm. That's that driveway. Yeah, Travis Decker is that guy who killed his three kids, and they think he's somewhere in Washington. No, he's in. They had a sighting of him in Idaho. Terrible story. Terrible story. All right. So, okay. Yeah, enough of that, right? You can only take in so much Antifa nonsense. I don't know how any police officer ever withstood these absolute nut jobs for as long as they did during the Summer of Love 2020, when Antifa was just basically given free reign to do whatever the F they want. And every now and then the police would be allowed to do something. I hope the feds come in and just clean clock. I really do. I hope Tom Homan comes in and just says, nope, this isn't really going to work out. You're not treating the federal building with the respect you should. We're going to drop the hammer and don't really care what your local politics are, because clearly your local politics are head up, rear end. You know what I mean? So bad to allow this to happen. I mean, you've got citizenry there who can't sleep, got a whole bunch of tear gas. They're in the middle of a war zone. They're literally in the middle of a war zone. I'd like to live in that. You know what? You signed up when you moved to Portland and you voted for whomever you voted for. And this is what you get. This is literally what you get. You get a bunch of losers running around with knives from their kitchen block knife set. And they're throwing them at federal officers, and then they end up in jail. I'll keep you posted. That's it for me on this one. Thanks so much for being here. Love to have you subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.